Simplify the cos of pi over 2 plus theta. So I'm going to start with the cos of pi over 2 plus theta. I'm going to do my cast diagram over here, so that I have space to write. This is going to be cast. This is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. Pi over 2 is my y-axis plus theta, which means it's going into this direction. So it's my second quadrant. In my second quadrant, so I'm looking at this. In my second quadrant, cos is negative. I'm working for my y-axis, so we're working with the complementary functions, and the complementary of cos is the sine of my reference angle theta. And that's it. Sine of 3 pi over 2 plus theta. Cast 0 pi 2 pi. This is 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 plus theta is going into my third quadrant. We're working for my y-axis. When I'm working for my y-axis, first of all, sine in my third quadrant is negative. I'm working for my y-axis, so working for my y-axis complementary, which means sine becomes cos of my reference angle theta. Cos of 3 pi over 2 minus theta. You have to have your cast diagram. Cast 0 pi 2 pi. 3 pi over 2, which is my y-axis, take away. It means it's going back in this way. Yep. So that is cos of 3 pi over 2 minus that equals, I'm working for, in my third quadrant, cos is negative. I'm working for my y-axis complementary, so cos changed to sine of my reference angle theta. So just again, these signs here has got nothing to do with these signs here. These signs there just tells me where I end up, which quadrant am I. And then depending on where I find my angles, myself, which position I find myself, which quadrant, that will determine what this is if I look at my given ratio.